Hi everyone, I want to talk to you guys about my pre-orders for scale figures and then also the resin statues that I have for the rest of the year. I actually have a lot of stuff that's coming up these next couple of months, and then it kind of slows down at the end of the year. I really want to keep it to 2 to 3 minimum after June, because June just had a lot of stuff that got either delayed or actually had like 3 or 4 that were already pre-ordered. So I didn't mean it for it to be this much, but because of delays and stuff like that, it kind of worked out that way. But for the rest of the year, for at least August, September, October, November, December, I want to keep it to a 2 to 3, and then just do one video for like a bigger figure or a bigger statue, just depending on what comes in, because it's getting harder to do these like smaller ones, and I just want to start collecting bigger scale figures and then even go into resin statues depending on how big they are and how much they cost. But I do have a lot of stuff that's coming in, and I'm hoping you guys enjoy it and you guys can see what's going to be coming up and see if you guys are going to enjoy the stuff that I have. So a lot of cool stuff, and I'm very excited for, and hopefully we can all like the same ones that I have pre-ordered when they get here. So I'll actually be skipping my May figures that I have for pre-orders and go straight to June, because for May I will be actually getting them pretty soon. So I was just going to skip that one. You guys can just see it here in the next few weeks, because they will be coming in. I think there's like 5 figures, so I'll skip those, go to June, because there's actually quite a bit and I really don't want to make this video too long. I just want to show you guys all the stuff that I have. So I'm going to skip May and just go to June. So I do want to start off with June, but I do want to let you guys know that I'm going to do the scale figures first, and then I'm going to do the resin statues at the end, because I don't quite actually have that much. I think I have about 6 or 7 resin statues coming in, maybe even less. I already forgot, but I do have quite a bit, so I'll just do it at the end because I'll have more scale figures to talk about. So my first one's actually Rengoku, the one that should have came out in March. So like I said, it did suck that it did get delayed, but I like that I didn't have to spend my money right away, but doesn't help when everything else got delayed till June. So, but this one is probably going to be my favorite scale figure out of every one that I have, because of just, as you guys can see, the design and just the colorfulness of what it is. And Rengoku was probably one of my favorite ones, especially from the first season plus the movie. So this one's going to be my favorite one, at least for now, depending on if there's more pre-orders that I have for the rest of the year. But yeah, this one's going to be fantastic. I hope you guys will like it. And I know it's going to hurt my wallet a little bit, but I know I'm going to love it. Going to put it next to all my Rengoku figures. The next one is going to be Obelisk the Tormentor. He is actually going to be with my Slifer that I opened up 2 months ago, and then actually my Winged Dragon of Raw that's actually be coming in May. I know I said I was going to talk about May, but it kind of was a hard not to when I get to have the 3 Egyptian God cards. So, yeah, they're going to be great together. So I will be opening up Raw in May, and then in June I'll be able to get Obelisk. So you guys will be able to see all 3 of them together. I'm hoping to get Yugi and Kaiba and at least Merrick. So you can so I can put Yugi in front of Slifer, Merrick in front of Raw, and Kaiba in front of Obelisk, to put them all together. I know Yugi eventually got them all 3, but when you really see them the most, those 3 characters have those 3. So I want to put them together and show you guys for my collection. So I actually do have a lot of My Hero Academia for pre-orders, mostly because they're re-releases, and I'm trying to get a lot of them because there are actually a lot of My Hero Academia students. So my first one is going to actually be the Todoroki school uniform one. I was able to already open up one. I do have 2 more, and I know I'm missing one, but I don't remember which one it is. But I do want to collect all of them. So especially when they announced a re-release, because the Todoroki one was going to be pretty hard to get, I wanted to pre-order him so you guys can see me open all of them together and then put them all together. So if you guys are waiting for the school uniform ones, I should hopefully be opening them all at June, July time frame, depending on how many stuff I have. So that one I'll have. The next one's going to be Bakugo. He goes really well with Midoriya and Hawks, and then even another Todoroki one that comes out later in the year. But yeah, he's going to be great. They are really big, so it surprised me, and they have some cool stuff. So I did want to get all 3 of them together. But yeah, if you guys want to be able to check that out, I do have them coming in. So it's going to be awesome, I think, to be able to display them all together. So the other My Hero Academia one is going to be Momo. I can't say her last name. It's really hard, but she is another one that's getting re-released, and I'm excited for because there are starting to get really hard to find. So the ones that are getting re-releases have been great. I do want to collect all the students together. So being able to get her, and like I said, I love the writing that they have of what they're able to do, and just have her say create. It's going to be awesome. So that is, I think, pretty sure for the month of June for my Hero ones, but you guys will be able to see a lot more here for later in the months. But yeah, they're going to be pretty sweet, and being able to put them together is something that I really wanted to do. This other one is another Demon Slayer one, which is going to be fantastic. I think the only drawback that I have is the base, because it's just plain. I really wish they were able to do something creative, but it's going to be Tanjiro and Nezuko. This one has pretty cool stances, I think, and I always love it when they have 2 characters together. So especially with a brother and sister that they have, this one's going to be fantastic. So if you guys want to see me open that might be one of the second ones that I open. I probably will open up Rengoku first, just because it looks great, and it's going to be a very expensive one that I want to show you guys right away. So, but that one probably will be my next one, and being able to get more Tanjiros, more Nezuko's, especially because Demon Slayer has been great as a series so far, is something that I wanted to get. So I will be able to open up him and Nezuko, Tanjiro and Nezuko, hopefully pretty soon in June. So that one's going to be a fantastic one to be able to open. So actually, there is another My Hero Academia one, and it is also the Todoroki one that will go well with Bakugo, Midoriya, and Hawks. It doesn't have the same effects as the base for the rocks, but it has his ice, so it's pretty similar. You can get the same thing that they have, and they go together. So that one's going to be pretty cool. I only have one Todoroki, and I'm going to be excited for this one because he's honestly one of the better ones in the show, I think. Even though they do him dirty, because it feels like Midoriya and Bakugo get most of the fame and everything like that. So I'm hoping in the later series they do him some justice. So my second to last one's actually going to be Rengiku from Bleach. So if you guys have seen my other videos, I've actually posted about 3 other ones. So that's going to be Yoruichi, Gin, and Orihime. So I do want to get more Bleach figures, and Rengiku is one that I actually pre-ordered before all of them. And I wish they had a different color. I know that's what they Soul Reapers wear, but I just wish they had different colors so they can match. And you guys will see another Bleach figure that I have on pre-order that will be the same thing, but having those 2 together will kind of counteract that. But I think this one's going to be fantastic. They kind of made something pretty large. I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm sure you guys can tell. But it's pretty noticeable. But yeah, she's going to be a good one to have. The last one that I actually have is another Demon Slayer one, and this one was actually supposed to ship last year, but it got delayed big time, and that's Kanao. You know, I don't actually know. This one's actually pretty hard for me to say. But she is probably the better one that I've seen. I know I've seen some prize figures for her, but this one I think is going to be the better one of her. And I really want to put her next to my other Demon Slayer figures. And she just has, I think, like a really cool pose. I know it's pretty basic, but I think for her specifically, it looks pretty cool. So this one's my last one for June. The rest of the year one's going to go pretty slow because most of them are either 2, 1, or 3. So this one was the longest one, so you guys will get most of my stuff for June. So, but it's a lot of cool stuff, so I'm excited to get them and open them. For July, I actually only have 2. I think I'm going to just keep it at 2. I know there's a lot of other ones that I'm just going to hold off on. But the first one is Lena from 86, or the 86. And I really wanted to get her because when I finished the show, it had a really good ending to the second season. So I'm hoping they're able to keep up that level of just action and just storytelling. The only thing I don't like about her is like the smile. I think it's a pretty weird. I have seen promo pictures be pretty weird, and then when I actually get the figure, it looks a lot better. So, but I love everything else about her. I love the color that she has on her uniform, and I'm hoping they'll be able to get the rest of the crew. I know it's only quite a bit. No spoilers. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm hoping they would get the other one so I can put them all together. So I think they will, but it might take some time. So the second figure is actually from Cowboy Bebop, and that one is I'm really excited for because there's not actually a lot of scale figures for Cowboy Bebop. So this one that I was able to get a re-release for Faye and Spike is one that I really wanted to get, and they actually have a really cool pose. They come together. You can buy them separate from what I've seen. So, but I want to buy them together because I don't want to keep them apart, you know? So this one's going to be a fantastic one that I really enjoyed Cowboy Bebop. So getting as many figures that I can for them is going to be great. So I only have one for August. That might change depending on, like I said, the more shows that I watch and the more stuff gets re-released. But it's going to be Soy Fang from Bleach. And that one's going to go, like I said, really well with my Rengiku figure and even all my other Bleach figures. So this one is going to be a fantastic one. I'm hoping they'll be able to get the other captains from the Soul Reaper crew so I can put them all together. They don't really have that much. Like I said, it's only Soy Fang. I know Rengiku really isn't a captain, but she's in there too. So Yoruichi also isn't either, but I'm hoping they'll be able to get more. I do have two figures for September, and one of them is, of course, another My Hero one, and it's Jiro from the Class 1A that also has the same thing that has the writing on it, and that's a re-release one. And because they've been so hard to find, I just have to pre-order these because I want to get them all together. So you'll be seeing a lot of My Hero Academia figures because it's just been really hard to get, and I just don't want to pass up on them, and then the aftermarket just goes insane. So because I know you guys, when you guys are collecting, you guys see the aftermarket, you see how bad it can really be. So I really want to be able to get these right when I pre-order them. So that one's going to be great. And the next one that I have is actually going to be Urza from Fairy Tail. So I wish they really would put more clothes on her because I just feel like it, to me at least, is a lot better that she has like her armor and stuff like that. But I still enjoy it. I love the base. I love the colors. I wanted to get this color instead of the purple one because I just feels like red, orange match Urza very well. So she's going to be one that I'm excited for. I need to get more Natsu, Gray, and those figures too, or Jalal actually, Wendy, just all of them because it was actually a really good show, and I'm hoping that when the 100 quest is going to be great as well. I also only have one figure for October, and this one, is it Evangelion? I'm sorry, I'm butchering this name, but it's this figure right here. I don't know the names very well. I actually haven't watched it yet, but I know it's on my watch list. I'm going to hopefully watch it here in the next few weeks. I just have to finish Fate, the Fate series, and I'm almost done with that. So you'll probably see some figures from them as well, depending on what cool stuff coming out later in the year. But I did want to get this one because like I said, I do like to have the two figures together, and this one just looked great. So there are more that I want to get, but for this one at least, just want to get this one, and then when I watch the show, I'll probably get more. So I did want to get this one, and I hope you guys like it too because I do want to get more. And I just know it's going to be great because it looks fantastic. So I only also have one for November, and that's the re-release for the Levi Fortitude one. And I was looking for it all over the place, and it was really hard to get. So I was just kind of like pretty much gave up hope, and then they announced that they were going to re-release it. So that was an instant PO right there for me. And I knew I could easily wait because I wasn't about to spend like $300, $400 on that one. Especially when this one's going to be probably maybe $100 depending on how much it is, and then the yen conversion. So this one's going to be great. I'm hoping it doesn't get delayed because I want to put them all next to my other Attack on Titan figures, and I know it's just going to look great. So that one's going to be a really good Levi one, but not going to be my favorite Levi one because for December I actually have this other Levi birthday one that as soon as it came out, I actually pre-ordered it as well. Just because Attack on Titan right now, it's a 1A, 1B, depending on how it ends. between One Piece. So I do have other One Piece figures on pre-order, but I don't actually know when they're coming out because it's very hard to tell when they're coming from the US. So it'll be later in the year. I didn't put them on there, but I just know that I do have a Doflamingo one, a Sabo, and I'm thinking about Luffy and Zoro. So it's up in the air, but I just want you guys to know I do have some One Piece figures if you guys are looking for that. So I do have this Levi one. And then the other one I do have is another My Hero one that got a re-release that was super expensive, and it was Toga. So I can also wait until the end of the year. So this one's going to be great, especially it being her kind of some cool action shot, basically. So I'm excited for that one too. And then my last figure that I'll actually be having for December is going to be Rem and Rom birthday one. And I like this one because it has a lot of cool colors. It has the base that they can put together, and it comes in two. So I really wanted to get to this one, and I'm pretty sure it's a re-release too because I think I've seen it before. If it's not, then I'm sorry, but yeah, I want to get that one too. So if you guys want to see more Rem and Rom, and then I will be having that. It will actually be my first figures from them. So I'm excited to have them because I just know that there's like 80 million Rem and Roms out there. So I do want to show you guys my resin statues that I have for the pre-order for this year. But I'm going to go pretty quick because like I said, I only have a little bit, and I've already made this video way longer than I wanted it to be. So I did want to go. My first one is from Henri Creations. It's actually going to be Grimmjow from Bleach. I do have Ichigo on pre-order from that same company, but that won't be coming out until next year. But I want to have him so they can be together next year, and he's going to be great. So he is one that they didn't show that much, but he was still a really good character that you just liked, but hated at the same time. So he is going to be one that I really do want to have and excited to get. So I wanted to put these together because they're from the same series, and it's actually from Cowboy Bebop. I know I said it's hard to get scale figures, which it is, but I do actually have two resin statues from first four figures coming, and that's going to be Faye and Ed and Ain. So I did miss the Spike and Jet pre-order, so it's going to take me a while to get those, but I do want to get those four together. But Faye's going to be a great one, and Ed and Ain is the one that I'm actually excited for the most. I didn't get the special edition one. I just got the basic one, the standard one, because that was the only one that was available. But the Faye one is the exclusive one, or the one that's going to be that has different parts and stuff like that. So Cowboy Bebop, you guys can see some 1/4 scale figures that are going to look great. The next two is also from the same series, and that's actually from one of my favorite ones that's probably behind One Piece and Attack on Titan, and that's actually Hunter x Hunter. I do have Hisoka and Netero coming in. I don't know when. It shows August, but like I said, with delays and stuff, it's going to be tough. But those two I'm excited to get. I really do need a Gon. I do have this Kilowall, but it's still pretty small, and I do want a bigger one. So I'm hoping they'll be able to get one just by himself, like they did with Gon, Hisoka, and Netero. So those two are going to be looking great. So if you guys are Hunter x Hunter fans, just wait. There's going to be a lot more coming. I do have two more, and I do want to separate them because these are my two favorite ones. I'm going to go with the Attack on Titan one that shows to be shipping in August, but it's from Gemini Palace Work. It'll be my first resin statue from them, and it's going to be Eren versus the female Titan one. So this one is ginormous. I did miss the Figurama pre-order one, so that one's going to be pretty hard for me to get with the Armored Titan and Eren, but this one's second best. I just wish that they were like facing each other like the Armored Titan and Eren were, but this one's good enough, and it's going to be great. Like I said, I love Attack on Titan, so I'm hoping to be able to get that one this year. And my last one is one that I actually pre-ordered first for my resin statue, and it's supposed to ship in August. It's from a studio that I want to get a lot of figures for, and that's Prime One, and that's going to be from Full Metal Alchemist. It's Edward and Alphonse. The standard edition, I didn't get the EX one because it's just a little bit more, and I already like the face that they have right now. But this one I'm super excited about. Will be my first Prime one, and I just think the Edward and Alphonse figure, the statue is going to look great. So if you guys want to see that one, I will be posting it hopefully in September, just in time for my birthday. It's supposed to ship in August, like I said, but I just don't know if that's actually going to be accurate. So I'm hoping it is, so you guys can see it when they come in. So that's everything that I have for my scale figures and resin statues for the rest of the year right now. I might get a little bit more depending on what comes out and what shows I watch, but I hope you guys are going to enjoy the stuff that I open as much as I do. So I do want to get some pretty cool stuff and start getting a lot bigger stuff that maybe not a lot of people will get because of the cost. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time.